Hey everyone, I hope you're doing good. A couple of days back, I did a post on LinkedIn about how to create a free podcast using some of the open source technologies. So, this is the post which I did, and today I'm going to talk about it, how I did that, show you the code. So, let's start. At high level, right, this is the single agent system. Basically, there's only a single agent which do all this. It has an access to LLM. It has an access to some memory so that it can remember what it has done and we can chat about it. And This LLM is the intelligence. Basically, it takes decisions, it do things, and these are the some toolkits I have given to the agent, which will allow the agent to perform some operations, whatever the LLM is asking it to do. Right. So this is a toolkit for searching the internet. It's like a Google search, but it's a DuckDuckGo search. So it can search for a given topic and return some links related to that. And this is the toolkit to scrap some of the web pages. So given those links which we get from DuckDuckGo, we can go and get more details from each of those links to do our online research. And then final toolkit is about text to speech. So once the agent creates the podcast script, we can use this tool to convert that into an audio file. So when I say we means it's an agent. So agent will decide what to do, which tool to use, when, and then finally give me one single output which I ask it to do. Right, so it's the agent which will decide, not me as a person. Right, that's the beauty of this. And this is the format in which I expect the agent to give me the script, not the script, but give me, it should generate the script in this format and then pass it to the TTS toolkit so that it can convert it into audio. And the format is like the conversation between two persons, right? So let's go and see how the code is. um, First of all, let's run the code and see how it works. So I'm going to put this whole thing into output log so that we can analyze it later. And this is the agent, right, which is this one. And once we run it, uh, it should create the output log text file. Yeah, this one. So it is creating right now. Let's let it complete, right? In the meanwhile, we can see what the code is. So code is quite simple. There are just two main files which I'll cover. One thing is I define an agent, and agent is coming to is a basically a class in the phi. A phi is nothing but it's a framework for creating AI agents. So I'm using the agent class from that and defining what my agent should use, what model it should use as an LLM. So in this case, I'm using OpenAI. I was experimenting with some other models also, like Google Gemini or DeepSeek one. They all perform well, but for this, I'm using OpenAI. Then I give some description, which is a part of the system prompt, right? How the agent should behave and act, right? So I give some system prompt here and some clear instructions what it should do, what should not do, and this will define how my agent is going to behave, right? So if you look into this, I'm telling it you are an expert podcast author, which can create an engaging and meaningful and insightful conversations between two people on a given topic, right? That's the objective of this agent. And then I give some clear instructions, before you come up with a script, always do detailed research about the given topic using DuckDuckGo and the scraper tools, and then create the script based on your research, right? And then to complete this research, if you want to get more details, scrape the web pages using web scraper tool. So I'm just giving it a natural language and it should understand that, right? And then finally, once this is agent is defined, I can run the agent with my specific request. So this is the request. I'm saying, okay, create an interesting podcast about AI agents and the latest open source frameworks available to build AI agents. It should be at least 5 minutes, and save it as this is file, right? So I gave some instructions to it and gave some my request to it. And now if you see in this, I also gave some tools. So these are the tools which I earlier talked about: TTS tool, DuckDuckGo, and then the crawl for AI. And I'm saying, if you have to crawl an web page, do crawl maximum till 5,000, which should be good enough, right? So I should get 5,000 characters of markup from that web page contents. Right, so if I look, these two tools are coming from Fire Data. Yeah, these two are coming from Fire Data. So they are built in into Fire Data framework. What I did is, I created my own custom tool to convert into audio or TTS toolkit basically. So this is the TTS toolkit, and in this also, the key part is this Kokoro, which is a open source model to convert text to audio, and it's really good. It's gaining traction a lot. So these are my speakers, right? The voices basically, and then here in this text to speech method, which is basically can be used by LLM, my agent, and once it calls this method with the script, right, and the output file name, they should be able to create the script and then finally store that into a podcast folder. That is what it should do. And let's see what it has done. I think it has created the script. Let's see what it did. So yeah, this is the one, right? It's a long logs for this AI agent. It started with basically registering the tools so that LLM is aware of them, and LLM can make call to them through an agent whenever it wants, right? So then we gave the system prompt that I showed you, right? So that went to the LLM, and then user asked specific request, and then LLM decides. The LLM is basically assistant. It decides, okay, to achieve the task or the goal, right? What it need to do is go and do some online research using DuckDuckGo research tool. It asks the agent to run that, and so once the agent runs that, it collects all the information from the search engine, and it passes back to the agent again, to the, sorry, LLM. So this is the output of the tool, right, which agent executed, and all this information will be passed back to the LLM. And once LLM gets that, it says, okay, now go and scrap some web pages for me so that I can collect more information. So it asks, assistant is asking again, to make a call to the web scraper with this URL. And now agent should go and invoke this tool and get the results of that, right? So I think it should go, yeah, this is where it is going to get the contents from the web page. These are the all contents from the web page. So tool is giving the markup of that web page, right? So okay, assistant says, okay, all looks good, now make a call to few other web pages. And it eventually gets all the content from the web pages, and somewhere down the line, yeah, it creates the script based upon all the research done, right? And then after creating the script, it makes call to the text to speech tool, asks the agent to make a call to this particular tool, and this is the script that it has created. And with this script, right, this tool should be able to convert it into an audio. So if we go and see at the end, I think the audio should be there. There's the tool still going on, and yeah, there it is, right? So this assistant is asking for the tool to be executed, and I think it tried a couple of times, but it failed to create that, maybe because of some issues. See, error while decoding the function, this is, so yeah, it tried a couple of times, it failed, but eventually LLM created the right script. Maybe the script it was giving earlier was not right, and it was failing. Because of that, the tool was failing. So it eventually finally corrected the script, and then I again asked it to convert into a speech or an audio. And then now this time, basically, when it runs, getting the function this, right? So running this particular function, it generates the script for uh, so it generates the audio basically from the script. So for each of the speaker, it generates the separate audio files and then finally concatenates into a podcast. So that's how it is done. And eventually I think yeah, at the end, right, it says agent run ends, so agent is able to complete the things. And that's how it creates the podcast. Now let's see how the podcast looks like which it created. So I think this is the one it created. um, yeah, I think this is the one it created. So let's see.
Welcome back to our podcast, everyone. Today, we're diving into an incredibly exciting topic: AI agents and the latest open source frameworks available to build these intelligent systems. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Michael. AI agents are becoming the unsung heroes of technology. They automate tasks, process data, and make decisions, often without human intervention. It's fascinating how rapidly the field is evolving.
Absolutely. Just recently, I read about several powerful open source frameworks that are turning this dream into a reality for many developers. What are some of the frameworks that caught your attention, Michael?
One that stood out to me is LangChain. It's designed specifically for building applications powered by large language models. This framework enables developers to create complex autonomous agents.
So yeah, this is how it created it, and I think it's quite good. Although not perfect, right? But it's quite good running it on your own local machine, free of cost almost, right? And you're getting this kind of quality. Did you see how two speakers transition, or how the conversation was so natural between them? It's amazing. Basically, it's, I think, this tool which is a Kokoro that is doing an amazing work of converting a script into an audio, and then having that kind of natural tone to it. So yeah, this is pretty much I wanted to cover today. I hope you like it, and you will share it further with others. And once you have this, basically, the podcast, you can pick up this wave file, add it to some Canva template or something, and you can create a actually beautiful looking podcast which you can post on YouTube or other channels. So yeah, I hope you will use this kind of thing, and let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer those. Do comment on the comment section below. Thank you. Have a good day.